see folks shocked and appalled by a couple of stories over the last sort of 24, 48 hours with the police. What on earth's going on? I mean, that one in Manchester's bad enough. I mean, well, it's shocking. I mean, you've got a policeman there. I mean, he's trying to apprehend somebody. I think they've actually apprehended the guy. I think he's lay on the floor. I'm pretty sure his arms are behind him and he's handcuffed. And the copper decides to kick him in the head and then put his foot down into his head and then his knee into his back. And you think, what's all that about? The guy can't go anywhere. Now, I do believe this person or one of the people that was with him, they've actually broken a lady police officer's nose, and that may be the case. But surely if you've got a guy lay on the floor with his handcuff behind him, I mean, he's totally defenceless. He can't do anything to defend himself. He can't get away. He can't do anything to hurt you. Why on earth would you kick a guy in the head? Now, the backlash from that is the guy, the copper that is, has been suspended straight away. And I heard on the TV earlier, we've looked at it, we can't have that, we've suspended him straight away. My lad says it's with pay. It doesn't matter whether it's with or without pay. Somebody in power looks at it and says, don't worry about that, he's gone. He's sacked. Not we're looking into it, not we're not happy with it. He's sacked. How on earth can you have a copper, policeman, kicking someone in the head and putting the boot into the head, coming down? How can you have that? All right, it might not have been in this country, the old George Floyd thing, but surely that's all you need to know about police brutality. We can't have it. What amazes me was there was other people in the room. Regardless of whether the coppers have got body cams or not, there's people there watching. But what would make a policeman think they could get away with it? I mean, not that he should be doing it if there's nobody about. You shouldn't be doing it anyway. I thought to myself, if I kick a bloke in the head, especially a bloke that's on the floor and can't move, can't do anything about it, I'd probably get sent down. I'd get arrested probably straight away and I'd end up getting sent down. How on earth can the guy only be suspended? I mean, it's horrendous. It really, really, really is. But then you go over the pond and what do we hear there? 2 white policemen go into a house of a black woman and shoot her without any reason. Absolutely without any reason. I believe she makes a phone call to say she thinks she's got an intruder. I have heard that the woman may have some mental health issues. Well, that's fine. Many people do. They go into the kitchen, and if I've heard it right, 'cause it was yesterday, although I'll revisit it again today, I think they go into the kitchen. There's a pan on the stove, I think, with boiling water, and it's getting hotter and hotter. I think the policeman says, look, while we're here, we don't want a fire. Will you go and take that off the stove? She goes and turns the stove off and holds the pan of water there. And the copper, the policeman, threatens that if she doesn't put the pan down, because it's got boiling water in it, he's going to take action. And I think she says something like, what do you think I'm going to do? He says, put the pan down. She asks for God to forgive him for being an absolute ass. And I think with that, because she doesn't put the pan down when she's told, he takes out his gun and kills the woman. Kills her. And you're thinking, what on earth is going on? Now, I may have that wrong. I may have both stories wrong, a little wrong. But in the main, I'm right about them both. And I think, what would give somebody not so much the right to do that, what would make them think it was okay to do that? Again, he's got body cams on, so it's all captured, but that isn't the point. Why on earth would he do it? And I think to myself, again, it's just down to colour, isn't it? And racism, that's all it is. Would he have done the same to a white person? Almost certainly no. In fact, I'll go a step further than that and say certainly no. And you think, when will these white coppers in America learn? What is it about white folk throughout the world that they think anybody other than white is second class and they're not as good as us? What makes folk think they're better than other folk? I don't get it. I really don't. And I think to myself, you've got 2 policemen there. They're both carrying guns. They've obviously had weapon training. He's already got his gun out, by the way. He's got his gun. He's not drawn his gun. He's got his gun out while he's talking to her. And I think because she doesn't put the pan down, I think he shoots her. Why on earth can't he just drop his gun a little bit? He can make it like he's putting it back in his holster. And as he's going down, if he's going to shoot her in the thigh. With that, she's not going to throw the water over him. She's going to go down, probably get the water on herself. She's going to crumble. The water's going nowhere. Going absolutely nowhere. She's still alive. Then he's got to probably try to explain why he shot her. But at least the lady's still alive. Why on earth would you shoot somebody because they've got a pan of water in their hand? You only hope, he's obviously lost his job, but you hope he gets locked up And if it were me, he'd be locked up for the rest of his life. That's a murder without any reason at all, any due cause whatsoever. I mean, he's not going to, I don't know what state it's in, he's not going to hang or get the chair or whatever else because he's a policeman, I would suggest, and because he's done it to a black woman. But that's what he probably should get as well, because at the end of the day, that's as bad as any murder. Why on earth would you just shoot somebody for holding a pan of water? Oh, and the thing is, we're supposed to put our trust and our faith in the police, aren't we? Both sides of the pond. You see things like that within 48 hours of each other, and you think, what on earth is going on? What possesses these people? As I said, this one in Blighty, this one in America, in Manchester, not many miles from where I live. How on earth has he still got a job? Get him arrested now, sack him from his job, no pension, no nothing, get him arrested now, and if any of the other folks that's with him has been a party to it, sack them. Whether you arrest him or not, sack them, sack and arrest him, get him banged up. Kicking someone in the head and coming down on them with your foot whilst they lay down and in cuffs. It's not PC at all, is it, for that PC? It's not. It's just unbelievable, honestly. Words sometimes fail, although I managed to find them from somewhere